African American, I believe that there was many struggles because if you black, people already think you ain't gonna do something. Like if it's people in your class that's smart, but they black, people gonna believe like they can't do nothing, even though they smart, they ain't gonna do nothing with it, because it's known that that's what most African Americans do. Even if they smart, they don't go to school, they don't finish school. So people got like a stereotype of black people. So even if you are one of the fortunate people to be smart and black, and you might want to go to school, people gonna think that you can't.
Well, I guess the biggest struggle as a teenager in middle school is kind of peer pressure, I guess. Like people trying to get you to do stuff that you know is not right. Also, I guess self-esteem kind of, because so many. Also, I guess self-esteem kind of, because so many images in the media of what girls supposed to look like.
Struggles growing up as an African American are the violence. I always fear that someone I know and love is going to die because there's so much violence going on. I always fear that someone I know and love is going to die because there's so much violence going on. So I pray for the people that I know, people that I've seen, people I just see in my eyes.
Well, I think maybe not now. I won't have as many. When I'm older, probably like getting a job over someone that's not colored would be more challenging than it would be for someone else because I'm of color.
Well, for me, like I would just say, like just being here, like in different neighborhoods. I might go to different neighborhoods and witness different things. Not necessarily like racial slurs or anything, just like different attitudes towards different things and different outcomes of different situations.
Well, I'm only 14 now, but some struggles I have faced is probably racism. Not strong, hard racism, but being judged by the color of my skin. Like having white friends, they may not treat me the same way they treat their other white friends. So, and I think I had many struggles along the way while growing up, but it's not many struggles that I have right now.
Struggles growing up as African American, it's like one big impact on your life. Like my dad always tell me that being a black boy is gonna make your life difficult because you gotta work for everything that you wanted to achieve, man. But to me, right now, it's kind of decent because I'm growing up trying to experience life. So right now, it's like in the middle.
To me, I honestly don't see really what struggles there are for, I believe for African American adults there are struggles, but for teens not really, because it's easy for us to just fit in. We don't have to do as much as the adults, but it's not really that hard. I don't see any really struggles.
Well, I think as an African American nowadays, I think one struggle is the racism within your own race.
I really haven't faced any struggles growing up as an African American, but observing my peers, I think that the main struggles or obstacles that they face is basically like they might be looked down upon based on stereotypes, or like for instance, they might be called dumb or ignorant based on what the other races have saw on TV. That's basically it. Like I haven't really faced any struggles yet.
Personally, I'm glad to be an African American. I love my race. I believe that we are a bunch of beautiful people, and we fought hard to get the respect we got. We went through everything. Like African American are strong people. We got hosed down. We got race. I believe that we are a bunch of beautiful people, and
I'm very happy in African American. I love our culture, I love our food, I love our dances, I love everything that we do. I'm black and proud.
Yes, I am. I love the skin I'm in. Yes.
Very happy to be African American. Like in this time and period, like it's really good. I don't mind not being an African American.
all the things that we need to do to get where we are right now and be black. Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, all of them are great people that actually evolved to what we are today.
Sometimes I wish I was white just to see what I look like, but it is kind of fun being African American because I get to learn about different cultures and everything else. So yeah.
points I can be, and other points I can't, because it's like I want to be like the whites, because it's just so easy for them to do stuff. Like their hair is so natural. I can just wet it and blow dry it, and bam, it's in the same style it was. But no, I love being African American.
I'm very happy with being African American because African American is what sets us apart from every other American. It's something beautiful. It's curly hair, big hips or whatever. And black skin, and it's just beautiful. And I think that people who don't feel that African American is beautiful, who are African American, they're just missing out.
I'm definitely happy. I'm definitely proud of being African American. We have so much history, and I'm just proud of it. Like our race has been through a lot, and I wouldn't say that how this African American society is today is really making up for it. But like our race has been through a lot, and I'm proud of being African American.
My race really can't determine my life because people are people. We're all just Americans. We have different skin colors, but that doesn't mean anything. We all can accomplish the same goals. We all can do the same thing. Now, I do believe it is a higher achievement if a black person does something because of society, but if I was to go to college, that would be so great in the black society because not a lot of black people go to college. But if a white person go to college, or another white person go to college. But I still think that we're all just America.
Thank you.
Well, people basically expect you to be something. They expect you to be a certain way or act a certain way just because of your race. And like, I don't want to be fit into that stereotypical picture. Like, I want to be what people don't expect me to be, something different. Yeah, so that's not that.
I like to determine my life in ways such as like cooperating with each other on a daily basis, like black people helping out black people, or black people struggling with black people.
Stereotypes along the way while I'm growing up will probably affect my career field, but I think that if I get the proper education and I do right what I'm supposed to in the school field, that I don't think I'll be judged that much because it's 21st century and I don't think it's that racist.
My race can determine my life, like, I don't know, probably like early on, later on in life, like it can determine the job I can get, because some stores and jobs are racist, so they might not let me get a job just because I'm black. So yeah.
Thank you.
Your race can determine your life because you're different from others. When people see your skin tone, they think way differently about you instead of that's your first impression when people see you. Like when people first see you, like when whites see you or others see you, they just, oh, he's black, oh, she's black, they're a bad person because of what blacks had to go through between our ancestors and us going down the line, because what happened with our ancestors, we have to go through now, because whites don't, there is still racism going on, so racism, so when people usually see blacks, like black gentlemen or black boys, they think they're bad or in the hood or ghetto or just in gangs because that's how the image has went through most of the years.
Thank you.
I honestly don't think that your race can determine your life. For instance, I could use John Rogers as an example. He's an African American, and he was born in the 60s and the 70s. So that was really during the most racist times in America. But today he's a millionaire. Your race doesn't determine your future. You determine your future. You have to work hard for it. You do anything you can. Like if you don't work hard, like if I just come up and say I'm black, I don't have to work hard for it. I'm not gonna make it anyway. That just doesn't make sense. Your race doesn't determine what you're gonna be in the future. You determine what you're gonna be.